I'm here obviously from Telford College, and I've got some colleagues with me to talk about our areas. So my name's Sarah Cadenda-Lanwar, and I'm the Learner Manager for Health, Early Years and Education. So we do everything from health and social care to childcare, and then supported teaching and learning. So that's our campus. I'm sure you've seen it with all the other presentations that you might. So we've got quite a large campus that's based in Wellington, and we've got amazing facilities here, so we can cater for all of your needs. I think one of the main things, didn't realise there was going to be a video on there. So what we've got then is we've got a wide range of stuff, but I'm going to skip past that one and just go on to the main aims of our college. So whether you're going to study health, early years or education, we do have mandatory placement for all of them. So you need to have a DBS check, which is your disclosure barring service check. So that looks at your criminal record. We would need you to do that, and we would obviously support and pay for that as well. So there's no cost to yourselves, which is really good. And we can actually work with you whether you are planning to go on to employment straight from the course, whether you'd like to take on an apprenticeship, or you want to go on to university. So like you said, for example, we've just seen Wolverhampton University there. Our courses do actually progress on through to Wolverhampton University to study, whether it be through nursing or anything else, but we'll go through that one individually. Last but no means least, our main aims is that actually you really want to need to work with people, whether it be young people or adults. The main aim of what we do here is centred around care, and whether it is working for caring for young people or adults, that's basically the fundamentals of what we do. So because of that, then we're actually really nice people ourselves as well, which I think always helps, because obviously we live and breathe care, and we're all experienced practitioners. So you'll see when you start to meet our staff, we've actually got qualified professionals that have worked in the sector and are working in the sectors. So you've got that amazing industry experience that we're able to bring to the role. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hand over to Andrew first of all, who is our health and social care lecturer. He'll talk to you a little bit about health and social care. And then I'll hand over to Rachel, who's going to talk to you about supporting and teaching and learning route. And then I'll come back and talk to you about early years, and then I'll go through some of the main things. So I'm just going to swap seats just very quickly with Andrew.
Okay. Hello there, I'm Andrew Shooley. I'm one of the health lecturers here at Telford College. I predominantly teach on the level 3 programme of health. We deliver the cash qualification, which is course driven, it's course led, so it's continual assessment from start to finish. As part of that assessment, it allows you over that period of time, it's a 2-year course in total. It allows you to accrue UCAS points then as part of your entry requirements into university. We've had lots of students actually progress onto fantastic career pathways, whether it is that adult nursing is your chosen, your first choice, or whether it's paediatric nursing, mental health nursing. Particularly in this current climate, we've had lots of students that have been particularly interested this year in joining the paramedic service, given the nature of COVID-19, that lots of people have wanted to go out there, frontline services, and help people directly, given the current crisis. So that's been a fantastic opportunity as well. We have students that want to progress on to doing a psychology degree, therefore, you know, again, with it in mind that they are looking to help others, perhaps from a counselling point of view. So that's been a real sort of interest that they've wanted to carry forward. We have very often in the previous years, we've had students that have perhaps wanted to work with young people, particularly linking onto probationary service and that's kind of area, looking to support troublesome teenagers is the only words that I could think of at that point. There is lots of support available to you at Telford College. Just on the strength of what Sarah has just shared with you, is that we are all vocational tutors, having experience out there in the field of work. My background is adult social care. I work alongside also nurses that have been within the profession for, again, 15 plus years. So, you know, you are in safe hands. Everything that we do as part of learning, as part of the classroom environment then, is very much discussion based on practice that we have experienced, and that we want to then impart that knowledge with you as students to be. I'm just going to hand you over now to, who am I handing over to? Rachel, who's going to talk to you about supporting teaching and learning. Okay, and I'll swap seats. Thank you for listening, folks.
Hi, I'm Rachel Edwards. I run support teaching and learning courses at school. So if you want to come on my courses, you really need to be passionate about education, and ideally you want an interest in supporting children, and that's supporting their teaching and their learning. So if the answer is yes to either of those questions, then a teaching assistant course might be right for you. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the role of the teaching assistant. The role of the teaching assistant is to support the class teacher. It's also to support individual pupils. If you have an interest in special needs, then the teaching assistant route might be the right route for you. Your day is so varied. It's just one of those roles where every day is different because children are all different. Your day whizzes by when you're employed as a teaching assistant, and really you never stop learning in your role. So if that kind of makes you interested in the course is a full-time course. It's a one-year course, and it also gives you the opportunity for those of you that might not have got your GCSE maths or your GCSE English first time around. It gives you that opportunity to resit those, and the same with your functional skills qualification. So you have to have a placement. So your placement would either be at primary or secondary or in a special school. So you're acquiring the skills that you need to understand what we're actually doing in sessions on the course. The course that we're offering is level 3. Now, by gaining that level 3 qualification in support teaching and learning in schools, that also enables you to get a job as a teaching assistant, if that's what you choose at the end of your year. But it also gives you the opportunity to move on to a foundation degree. And a foundation degree might give you that stepping stone into a full degree, because we know that teaching assistants make absolutely fantastic teachers. So that might be something that you might want to do in the future. We also know that teaching assistants become really good social workers or family support workers. So again, getting that foundation degree and moving on to a full degree enables you to work in education, but also moves you into that pathway to health. And that's something that we also offer with Wolverhampton University here at Telford College. So you can work during the day and come on to our foundation degrees in the evening. So there's lots of scope of potential if you come onto our support teaching and learning courses. Okay, so thank you. Hopefully that answers some of your questions about what our courses are all about.
Thank you.
I'm just passing you back to Sarah.
Hello, me back again. Okay, so alongside that, so we've got our health and social care programmes, of which we study, as you can see there, level 1, 2 and 3. We also have our supported teaching and learning that Rachel's just talked to you about, which is level 3. And then we have our early years, or better known as childcare qualifications, that are also there at levels 1, 2 and 3. So with our level 1 programmes then, what we've actually got is you don't necessarily need to have good GCSEs at this point for our level 1 programmes. So what we're looking for then is that you're able to obviously want to work with children or adults, depending on whether you choose the early years or the health and social care route. And you've got to obviously be willing to take part in placement, as we've already said. On the level 2 childcare programme, we have something that's called the licence to practice. So what that does is it actually gives you a qualification of which you can take straight out into employment and get a job as a nursery assistant or something like that immediately, because what you've done is you've done 42 days worth of placement alongside it. So what we've done is we've looked at your academic qualifications, so we've given you those skills, and then you've done the placement element of it as well. So what that does show is that you're a well-rounded student, that you've learned everything you need to know in order to be a good practitioner, and you can go off into the workplace. If you think that actually level 2 is not the end route for you and you want to move on to the level 3 programme, we have the full level 3 qualifications, both on health and early years. They're split into 2 years, so you've got the certificate in year 1 and then either the diploma or the extended diploma, depending on whether you choose early years or health and social care. With early years, again, you've got to really want to work with children, because there's actually 750 hours of placement of which you do over the 2 years. So it's obviously split into 375 in year 1, 375 in year 2. And what we ask you to do is we ask you to work through a range of students in a range of settings. So you'd work with some smaller children, maybe a little bit older, and perhaps look at special education needs and stuff like that. So again, what we're trying to do is trying to give you a taster, a flavour for working with all different types, because you might have an idea, you say, yes, I know, I really want to work with children, but what age? Some people will have a preference and they say, I want to work with little ones. Some people will say, oh no, they're a bit too busy for me, I'd rather work with something a little bit older. But the advantage of doing all of those placement hours, of which you're supported by with an assessor, is you actually get to have a go and actually see where your skills actually lie, what actually interests you the best, and then that can become your specialty. Like we've said, with health and early years and education, the progression routes are actually massive. So you've actually got an opportunity to go straight off into the workplace, as we've already said. So again, with the level 3 programme, after the 2 years, you've got that licence of practice and you can go straight off into an employment. With health and social care, you then can go straight into employment as a carer or a support worker, something along those lines, healthcare assistant, all those roles are available to you. Or if you choose that university is the option, you've got absolutely hundreds and hundreds of options. Obviously, if you're going to work for childcare, you're working specifically with children. So we have 2 universities that will offer paediatric nursing from our early years programme. Or quite rightly, as Rachel's already identified, you can go on to do something like teacher training. So you could do your primary teaching. You can also look at things like your degrees in childhood studies, that sort of thing. With health and social care, as Andrew's already identified to you, the routes are massive. So you can do anything from teaching from there to paediatric nursing, adult nursing, mental health nursing, psychology, counselling, paramedic science, literally hundreds and thousands upon roles, really. So health and social care, the advantage is that the options are broad, but if you know already what you want to work with, and that's where we actually want to capture those people who are really, really passionate about working with people. So if you know that you want to work with children, you're not sure whether you want to teach with them or help support them, you've got the early years and the supported teaching learning route that's available to you. If you think health and social care, because I'm not really sure, I want to work with people, but I'm not quite sure what range I want to specialise with, health and social care is a really good option for you. With health and social care, there is placement. So there's 175 hours of placement on the level 3 programme, 40 hours on the level 2, 36 hours on the level 1. And each of those, again, what we're trying to do is trying to give you a flavour, a taster for working within different sectors. So primarily we'd put you in a residential care home, obviously COVID restrictions willing, because those basic skills, those communication skills, being able to sit and have a conversation with somebody, that could be the one moment that they get to actually talk to somebody all day and you're that special person. Those skills are massive. So just to give you some of the examples, we've got quite a good range of facilities. So as you can see in the background there, we've got actually a hospital room, and we've also got a childcare setting already set up for you. So you can actually have a go and look at those skills that we've actually got. We can put them into practice in a safe environment with us, and then you can take it out on placement into the workplace. So it's a well-rounded qualification. So we look at your academic skills, we look at your personal skills, and we look at your employability skills. And if some of the examples that we've got then is we've got Jamari here, which I believe maybe went to Hadley, I believe. He looked at and he's done health and social care at level 2. He's just gone on to health and social care level 3. It's not a gender specific role. You can come from any gender background. We want you here on our courses because diversity is key. And then as we've got there, some of the examples then of some of the careers that you can go on to from university. So again, I missed out social work, that's quite a good one, midwifery, speech and language therapy, all those kind of stuff. And in terms of careers then, these are some of the things that you can do from any one of our courses. So if you, again, if I say, keep saying it, if you want to work with people and you think that actually that you want to study, come to us, we're fabulous. We've got a fabulous team. Have a look on our website. We do loads of things. We raise the money. We're on the news on Friday, doing our Pudsey dance. We got onto the Midlands News. So we do lots of things. It's fun. It's not just work, work, work. We try and raise money for charity. So we do fundraising all the time. So again, what we want is you to be fully employable. So when you leave college, that you are fully there, you've got the academic skills, you've got those personal skills, you've learned a little bit about what it means to be a community member, and also then you've left with an amazing qualification from Telford College. And I think that's probably my time.
Fantastic, Sarah. Thank you very much. Do you know who's doing the next Telford College one from?
Yes, I think they're here ready to rock.
Are they on your account as well?
On my screen, I believe. So I'll just end my slideshow. It was an absolute pleasure talking to everybody. Thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you soon.